Hello everyone, this is Pallavi Sharma. We are going to discuss some important question of breathing and body fluid and circulation. So, the first, as you see, there are some markings because this video is already recorded earlier because of some technical issue that wasn't able to um, I wasn't able to that completely rectify it, so that is why I am recording it again. So sorry for the inconvenience caused. So the first question is arrangement of the air passage in the conducting part. So we know that air goes from nostril, nasal chamber, internal, near pharynx, larynx, and trachea. So the correct answer will be B. Next is, which statement is true? Blood transport carbon dioxide comparatively easily. Yes, because carbon dioxide is more soluble. Then transport in dissolved plasma, it is 7%. They are mentioning it 8.9%, which is wrong. Moving on, carbon dioxide diffuse into the blood and RBC interact with water to form H2CO3, which is correct. Moving on to the oxyhemoglobin of erythrocyte is basic. Yes, not completely say basic, it is maintained by the blood buffer, but still the pH of blood is basic. Chloride ion diffuse from plasma into the erythrocyte to maintain ionic balance. It is correct. So the correct answer will be A. Moving on to the next. Which of the following statement is true? They have asked about the partial pressure. So we know the partial pressure of oxygen in the alveoli is 104, in oxygenated blood is 95, and in carboxylated blood it is 40 mm of Hg. Okay, so they have asked what is not true. They have said that PCO2 in the deoxygenated blood is 95 mm of Hg, which is completely wrong because we have just read which is 40 mm of Hg. Okay, after inspiration, maximum expiration of lung is called as vital capacity. Moving on to the next, following the following in order to increasing volume. Tidal volume is 500, residual volume is 1100 to 1200, inspiration reserve volume is 2500 to 3000, and vital capacity is 4000 to 4600 ml. So the correct answer will be B. Moving on to the next, lining of trachea is made up of pseudostratified epithelium. So the correct answer will be B. When the partial pressure of carbon dioxide rises, the oxygen dissociation curve, which lead to the increase in carbon dioxide concentration, lead to increase in hydrogen ion concentration, temperature increase. So the our graph will shift to the right side. Moving on to the next. During transport of CO2, blood does not become acidic due to the blood buffers because our erythrocyte have ability to diffuse bicarbonate ion to the plasma. That is why. The next is, during CO2 transport, HCO3 diffuses from erythrocyte to the plasma and turn upside the ionic equilibrium momentary, which is due to the Hamburger phenomena, because this is RBC, and when it CO2 combined with water, it form H2CO3. H2CO3 in turn change with the shift with chlorine, which is known as chloride shift or Hamburger phenomena. Next is wrong statement. We have to identify. Pneumotaxic center moderate the function of respiratory rhythm center. Yes. Receptor associated with aortic arch and a carotid artery can recognize the oxygen concentration. It is wrong because they recognize the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ion concentration, not the oxygen concentration. So this is the only statement which is wrong. Moving on to the next, mechanism of breathing is vary among different organism, depend mainly on the habit and level of organization. So this statement is correct. And the process of exchange of oxygen from the atmosphere with carbon dioxide produced by the cell, this breathing is a physical phenomenon. So statement 2 is incorrect, statement 1 is correct. So the correct answer will be B. Moving on to the vital capacity. Vital capacity is equal to inspiratory reserve capacity or inspiratory capacity plus tidal volume plus ERV. Or you can say that IC is equal to IRV plus TV plus ERV. So answer will be this. We can manage this. This is inspiratory reserve volume plus expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume is the correct answer, which is about 4000 to 4600. Under normal physiological condition, human being every 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver about 5 ml. Okay, which of the following is function of conducting system? Not a function of conducting system. So maintain the temperature. Second, clear the inhale foreign particle, and inhale air को humidify करता है. But the last reason they are given that they provide the surface for diffusion. No, that is the function of exchange part. Okay. So next is the blood transport carbon dioxide comparatively easy. Yes, this is correct. Approximately 10% of the carbon dioxide is transported through the plasma. It is wrong because 7% it is transported. Carbon dioxide produced by tissues diffuse passively into the bloodstream and pass into RBC, which react with to form H2CO3. This is correct. Sodium ion diffuse from plasma into the erythrocyte to maintain ionic balance. No, this is not the correct because chlorine ion used to maintain the ionic balance. Next is chlorine ion diffused from the plasma. Yes, this is correct. So the correct answer will be A. Next is, which one of the following is a possibility of most of us regard into breathing by making the conscious effort? One can breathe totally without oxygen. Breathe out totally without oxygen. No, because we can't remove complete air from our body. Second is, one can breathe out air through eustachian tube, which is an ear. So no, we can't completely remove the air by ears. If we are able to do that, then what's the point of having nose then? Okay, so this is completely wrong. Then one can consciously breathe in and breathe out by moving the diaphragm alone. Yes, we can only breathe by nose only, and other means are also helping, but nose or the respiratory tract has the major role for that include movement of the diaphragm. That is why answer is the C. Moving on to the next question. Person suffer from puncture in chest. Because of the puncturing of chest, the partial pressure around the lung will reduce. There will be the negative pressure in the chest cavity, which cause cessation in breathing. Moving on to the next. Which one of the following is the correct statement for respiration in human? Neural signal from the pneumothoracic center increase the duration of inspiration. No, it decreases. Second is, workers in grinding and stone breaking industry may suffer from lung fibrosis. No, they suffer from silicosis. About 90% of the carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin. No, 20 to 25% is carried out by this. Cigarette smoking may lead to inflammation. Yes, emphysema and asthma is caused by this. So this is the correct answer. Chronic bronchitis, which is the disease. People living at sea level have around 5 million RBC cubic millimeter of their blood, whereas living at altitude of 5,400 meter have around 8 million. This is the reason because at high altitude oxygen concentration reduces. To maintain the oxygen level in their body, what they do is their body adapted to have more number of RBC as compared to the normal body. That is why the answer is C. Next question is also same, that Ravi who have lived in sea level around 5 million RBC present है उसके अंदर, but later on जब वो height पे जाता है तो उसकी RBC बढ़ जाती है. That is due to acclimation, क्योंकि वो कुछ दिन के लिए अगर गया है तो वो घूमने के लिए गया होगा, तो हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे आरबीसी का नंबर बड़ा हो जाएगा, ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. ओके, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. These are some PYQs, so we are going to discuss the inflammation of bronchioles, decrease in respiratory surface. Yes, asthma and emphysema both involved in this. So first is the correct statement, other are not the correct statement. Okay, moving on to the next. Tidal volume, it is equal to 500 to 550. Yes, this is correct. 1A is matched to 3. B, inspiratory reserve volume 125 to 3000. Expiratory reserve volume, which is equal to 1000 to 1100 ml, which is this. And D, residual volume, which is equal to 1100 to 1200 ml. So second, so the correct answer will be 3, 2, 4 and 2. 3, 1, 4 and 2. So 3, 1, 4 and 2. Second is the correct answer. Next is, which of the occupational reserve or respiratory disorder? So we have just read that silicosis. Okay, so the answer will be silicosis. Anthracis is due to bacteria. Botulism is also due to bacteria. Emphysema, you know that is due to decrease in respiratory surface or maybe the inflammation. So emphysema is not the correct answer. Due to increased airborne allergens and pollutant, many people in urban areas suffering from the respiratory disorder called wheezing, which is due to proliferation of the fibrous tissue and damage the alveolar walls, so person is unable to breathe. So second is the correct answer. Tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume of an athlete is 500 and 1000. Tidal volume is 500, which is also similar for the normal person, and the 1000 for the normal. 1000 is also ERV, for that is also the normal person. So expiratory capacity, so the formula for the expiratory capacity is EC is equal to TV plus ERV. So 500 plus 1000 will be equal to 1500. That is why the correct answer will be D. Then next is select the correct event. Contraction of diaphragm, contraction of external intercostal muscle, both occurs during the inspiration. Pulmonary volume decreases, no, this doesn't happen, this occur in expiration. Intrapulmonary pressure increases, no, this also occur in expiration. So the correct answer will be A and B. Next is wrong statement identification. Building of oxygen hemoglobin mainly related to the partial pressure of oxygen. Yes, because whenever the oxygen concentration in the blood will be higher, the hemoglobin will bind with the oxygen. Second is partial pressure of carbon dioxide can interfere with oxygen binding. Yes, because if carbon dioxide is more, the hemoglobin will bind more with the carbon dioxide, okay, and form the carboxyhemoglobin because of the binding efficiency. Next is higher concentration of H positive in alveoli favor the oxyhemoglobin. No, if higher concentration of H positive, it will favor the formation of carboxyhemoglobin. That is why the correct answer is C. Total lung capacity in total air accommodated in lung at the end of the forced inspiration is equal to residual volume. TLC is equal to RV, ERV, TV, IRV. सारी की सारी वॉल्यूम्स हमारे अंदर जितने भी है उन सबको टोटल कर देना. दैट इज टोटल लंग कैपेसिटी. तो से इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Pneumotactic center is present in the pons region of the brain. Oxygen dissociation curve, it is depend upon the hemoglobin binding efficiency. Harmonic anhydrase present in RBC. Primary site of exchange of gases is alveoli. So the correct sequence will be second, third, 4 and 1. Second, third, 4, 1. So the correct answer will be C. Partial pressure of the oxygen and carbon dioxide in the alveoli, that is 104 mm of Hg and 40 mm of Hg. So A is the correct answer. Moving on to the next. Match the following. This is the 2025 question. So emphysema occur due to the damage alveolar wall and decrease in respiratory surface. So B is the correct. A will match with second. Angina pectoris, pain in chest, which is due to acute chest pain when not enough oxygen is reaching to the heart muscle. Glomerulonephritis, 4. Inflammation of glomeruli of kidney, and tetany is a rapid spasm. So 1. The correct sequence will be second, third, 4 and 1. So the answer will be 4. Next is which of the following factor favor the formation of oxyhemoglobin? More oxygen concentration and low carbon dioxide concentration. So low carbon dioxide concentration and high H positive concentration will never favor. PCO2 and low PaCO2 and high temperature. High temperature favor carboxyhemoglobin formation. So second half is wrong. First half is correct. Third is high PO2 and high PCO2. If both are wrong, if both are high, then obviously we know that oxyhemoglobin even then bind with the carbon dioxide. Then last is high PO2, less H positive concentration. This is somewhat correct. So D is the correct answer. Next is in graphical representation of pulmonary volume and capacity denotes this. In this diagram, see. Here is the graph. They are mentioning this area is tidal volume. Moving on to the next, there is ERV. If both T tidal volume per and plus ERV matches, then it will be these both are expiratory capacity. Okay. Then next they have mentioned we have to identify what is this. Okay. So and here they have mentioned that this total is vital capacity from here to here. This is our expiratory capacity. So vital capacity is equal to inspiratory capacity or IRV plus vital capacity is equal to expiratory capacity plus IRV. We know that they have given the expiratory capacity. So this area must be IRV. So X is IRV. Answer will be A. Okay. Moving on to the next. Which name of the following blood vessel carry deoxygenated blood from the body to heart? That is vena cava. Body से heart की तरफ लेके जाना है तो answer will be vena cava. Cardiac activity of the heart is regulated by nodal tissue. Another is special neural center in the medulla oblongata. Yes, that is your sympathetic and parasympathetic. Adrenal medullary hormone, that is adrenaline and noradrenaline. Adrenal cortical hormone have no effect, so the correct answer will be ABC only. Next question will be see phagocytic structure of the blood is monocyte. We know that blood contain plasma and formed element. Plasma contain 90 to 92% of water and protein that contain albumin, globulin and fibrinogen. Formed element is equal 45%, which is RBC, thrombocyte, WBC. WBC is further divided into granulocyte, agranulocyte, eosinophil, basophil and neutrophils, while agranulocyte includes monocyte and lymphocyte. Then next is which is true for the blood agglutination test. They have mentioned that blood agglutination test represents that if we put blood somewhere, if we put different blood, what will be the effect? Precipitation of the blood. That means so blood group AB when coagulation occur with anti-serum A. If we put anti-serum A, that and serum include your antibodies are present in your blood plasma and antigens are present on the RBC surface. So they are referring to the serum. That means they are mentioning the plasma. They are referring to the antibody. A, B blood group have both the antibodies. That is why A is wrong. Second is blood group B when coagulation occur with anti-serum B. Yes, because they have A antibody, so that is why they are showing the coagulation. O has when coagulation occur with anti-serum A and B. Yes, both. None of the above. No, that is these both are correct and B is wrong. So that is why this is the true statement. Next is child has blood group of B, mother has blood group A. What will be the father of blood group I? Child, they have referred child blood group B, so that will be IB or IB small I. Okay, that can be homozygous or heterozygous. Mother is A, so if A, then IA or IA small I. See, so they have asked to father's blood group. First of all, if a child is having B blood group, then mother definitely going to be this heterozygous. Okay, and if mother is heterozygous, then child is definitely going to be heterozygous, because there is no chance that child will never contain A blood group if his mother is homozygous. So the answer will be, we have to maintain the answer between these. If mother is this IA small I, then father must be something like either B, heterozygous B, so AB, A, BI and O, right? This must be this, so father must be B or so we have mentioned here, we have matched to this statement. See, if there is O blood group, there is no chance O or A, because if there is O blood group or A blood group, then child will never going to be B, so this is wrong. Father, if he is A, even then child is not never going to be B, so this question is also, these statement are wrong. then this automatically will get wrong. So the correct answer will be C. Then why it is C, that is we are going to discuss. We have discussed about B being correct. Now let's check about AB. If father is AB, that means somehow this is the way his blood will be looking. So mother is heterozygous, so their first child or one child will have homozygous A, second child will have heterozygous A, third child will have AB, and the last or the fourth child will have B blood group. So there is the probability in both of them that they'll have the B blood group. That is why C is the correct answer. Husband and wife should know their Rh factor because the situation can be serious due to biological incompatibility in one of the following cases. If husband is Rh positive and female is Rh negative, so the correct answer will be D, because you have known that erythroblastosis fetalis is the reason. Fastest distribution of some injectable material medicine with no risk of any kind can be achieved by directly injected into the vein, because vein takes blood directly to the heart, then which is fastly pumped toward the body. Okay, that is the fast method to put your any medicine directly into the body and in a fastest way. That is why we put, whenever you go for any kind of injection, they usually prick your skin and put the injection in your blue vein, whether it is in your hand or it is in your arms. So that is why we put the injection in your vein. During the high blood pressure, regulation of heartbeat and circulation are controlled by during the high blood pressure. If BP is high, so our body is referring or body is thinking of reducing the blood pressure. So definitely cardio inhibitory center present in medulla oblongata, regulation of heartbeat and circulation can be controlled by. If blood pressure is high, definitely our blood vessels are constricted, so we will say the vasodilator center. So the correct answer will be D. Okay, so next is your these are the some important other questions. So the following statement are not related to the labeled A, and in a given diagram A is referring to this area. So through the mitral wall it communicate with the left ventricle, which can be correct. Okay, so second is through tricuspid wall it communicate with the left. C, they are referring to the mitral wall. Mitral wall is bicuspid and A is your left atria. Left atria will communicate with the left ventricle with the tricuspid wall. So this statement is wrong. Second, through the tricuspid wall it communicate with the left ventricle. Yes, this is somehow correct. Pulmonary vein brings oxygenated blood to it. Yes, this is also can be correct, but okay, so sorry, this is the correct, this is wrong. So they have asked not related, that is why B is the correct answer. Next is erythrocyte, leukocyte and platelet are collectively called as platelets formed element, and they are constitute nearly about 45% of the blood. Next is which of the following is incorrect statement with blood plasma. It is straw colored viscous fluid constituting 55% of the blood. 55 not, it is the 45. Fibrinogen, globulin and albumin are the major plasma proteins. Yes, plasma contain also has small amount of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium. Yes, this is correct. Factor for coagulation or the clotting of blood are present in plasma in the active form. No, they are present in inactive form. Yes, Plasma is the straw color viscous fluid constituting 55%. Yes, because the 45% is free. Yes, so this is also correct. So the correct answer will be D, because they have asked about the incorrect. Sorry for that, because 55 I forgot about it. That is most abundant RBC in WBC in the blood, while the dash are the least abundant WBC. So basophils are the least abundant, that you know, and your neutrophil 60 to 65%. So the correct answer will be B. Identify the wrong statement with respect to the human RBC. They are devoid of nucleus. Yes. They are biconvex. No, they are biconcave in shape. So this is wrong. They have iron containing complex. Yes. Hemoglobin. They are formed in red bone marrow in adult. Yes. Next is albumin, globulin and fibrinogen. Globulin is responsible for defense mechanism. Yes. Fibrinogen for the blood coagulation 3, and albumin for the osmotic balance. So correct sequence will be second, 1 and 3rd. Answer will be second. Moving on to the next question. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid by the most of the higher organism, including human, for the transport of various substances. Yes. Blood is a special connective tissue, consists of fluid matrix, plasma and formed element. Yes, this is also correct. So the correct answer for the this is D. Both the statement are correct. Read the following statement. Plasma 90 to 92% of water, 6 to 8% of protein. Yes. A healthy human have 5.5 million of RBC. Yes. Granulocyte include basophil, neutrophil and monocyte. No, granulocyte includes eosinophil, basophil and neutrophil. So this is wrong. Reduction in number of platelet may cause excessive blood loss. Yes, because if there is no coagulation, blood will lose. Erythrocyte are the most abundant all the cell in our blood. Yes, this can be correct. So the correct answer will be incorrect, they have asked. So C is wrong. C is wrong. So the correct answer will be B. Moving on to the next, lymphocyte. Lymphocyte immune response. Pulmonary veins. Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood. So C. 3. Lymphatic system drain back the tissue fluid. Second. Thrombocyte coagulation of blood. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 is the correct answer. Next is lymphocyte, neutrophil according ascending order in order to percentage. So the lymphocyte are about 20-25%, neutrophils are about 60-65%, basophil 0.1 to 1.5%, acidophils your eosinophil and that is 2 to 3%, monocyte is about your 6 to 8% around. So the sequence must be like basophil, eosinophil, monocyte, lymphocyte and neutrophils. That is why this is the correct sequence. Second is the correct statement. Next is normal level of hemoglobin in blood is about 12 to 16 gram. Next is erythrocyte RBC, leukocyte WBC, eosinophil inflammatory reaction and basophil resist infection BACD. So the C is the correct answer. An elaborate network of vessels called as lymphatic system collect the lymph and drain it back to the major vein. Yes. The lymph is an important carrier of nutrient, hormones and fat. Yes, this is also correct. Both are the correct but not the correct explanation. So 13 has A answer. Next is RBC play a significant role in the transport of respiratory gases. Yes, carbon dioxide and oxygen. Lymph is abundant WBC and mostly lymphocyte. No, not yes, there are lymphocyte, but there are other things as well. Keep this statement on the strand. Blood normally contain this amount of platelet. Yes, lymphocyte are special cells In bone marrow, yes, you can say that the megakaryocytes and all. Serum is plasma with clotting factor like fibrinogen. Serum is without clotting factor. So this statement is wrong. They have asked about incorrect statement 2nd and 5th. According to me. 1st and 2nd, no. This is not correct. 3rd and 4th, no. 4th and 5th. Lymph has abundant WBC, yes. So this is the wrong because we have mentioned that serum is wrong. And lymphocyte are special cell, yes, they are the blood cell, but you can't say that they are specific because it is not mentioned anywhere in our NCERT. Which granulocyte responsible for immune response in our body, which is lymphocyte. This question, eosinophil is two-lobed. Okay, so it might match with A. Basophil is your trilobed, so it might match with B. And neutrophils, it is multilobed. So here in this diagram it is not mentioned, so it will not match with this, and monocyte is correct. So answer must be A, B, C, D, which is not given here. That is why we are not mentioning the answer here. Next is lymphocyte are responsible for antibody. So 3, platelet blood coagulation, eosinophil increase during allergy, and spleen graveyard of RBC. 3, 1, 2, 4. 8 is the correct answer. Rh antigen of the fetus do not get exposed to Rh negative blood of the mother in first pregnancy. Yes, because of the placenta. Second is two blood, mother and fetus are well separated by placenta, which is correct. So it is the correct explanation. So answer will be D. Regarding the erythroblastosis fetalis, which of the following statement is correct? This could be fatal to the mother. Yes. It could cause anemia jaundice to the mother. No, it will cause anemia jaundice to the kid. This can be avoided by administering anti-Rh antibody. Yes. So they have asked the correct statement. This can be fatal to the mother, but it can be more fatal to the children. So this is the correct answer. More correct answer is 3rd. So 19 has C answer. Next is blood group of AB cannot be given to the recipient group A because the recipient has anti. If AB blood group, then it must not be given to the A because it has anti-B antibody. So answer will be this. Next is, which of the following incorrect about blood clotting? Clots or coagulin are mainly formed by the fibrins. Yes. Calcium is essential for clotting mechanism. Yes. This is also correct. Next is prothrombin catalyze the conversion of fibrinogen into the fibrin, and clotting pathway include cascade process involving several clotting factors. This is correct, but prothrombin, that is thrombin or thrombokinase. Patient with blood group B can receive blood from the donors of having B and O. Okay. Next, erythroblastosis fetalis is due to the Rh factor when the blood groups of the father and mother are, father is positive, mother is negative. So answer will be B. Moving on to the next, Rh incompatibility is observed when father is negative, mother is positive. Positive, no. Rh factor is found freely in blood plasma. Node, it is found in RBC surface. Both the statement are incorrect. So which of the following statement is incorrect? A person with blood group A cannot donate blood group to the O. Yes. A person with blood group AB has anti-A, anti-B antibody in the plasma. RBC of O blood group do not have any antigen. It has both the antigen, so it does not have any antigen, but it has antibodies. Person with O, it is universal donor. It is correct. So this is the correct answer. C 25 का C answer आएगा. And also this, a person with sorry, V I have just refers to the this, so B is the correct answer. Person with B blood group can possibly donate blood to the patient of this B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative. Complete prothrombin will convert into the prothrombin will convert into the thrombin by the thrombokinase enzyme, and then thrombin will convert the fibrinogen into the fibrin. So the B is the correct answer. Rh negative mother gave birth to her first baby who is Rh negative. To prevent hemolytic disease in her second fetus, she should be immediately administered with anti-Rh antibody. Bundle of his of the heart referred to the muscular tissue supplying muscular tissues. Yes, muscular tissues. Next is all the body parts first send blood to the atria, then flows to the ventricle. Yes, action potential is generated into SA node which passes from atria to ventricle. Yes, so the answer will be this. Action mentioned in statement 2 is dependent upon the action statement in statement 1. Both the statement are correct, but action they have asked. Correct statement. Stroke volume is divided by heart rate to give the cardiac output. Stroke volume, no. For this 31, they see the cardiac output is divided by heart rate gives the stroke volume. Yes, cardiac output divided by stroke volume is equal to heart rate, because heart rate is, because you have to calculate if stroke volume is equal to your heart rate cardiac output and vice versa, so you can calculate by this. Next is in this, B refers to your right atrium, C is right ventricle, D is left ventricle, and these are your arteries. So which of the following label diagram carry oxygenated blood? D and E will carry the these will carry the D and A will carry the oxygenated blood, so answer will be this. Okay, this is your pulmonary artery that carry the blood or deoxygenated blood toward the lungs. Okay, and first sound of heart is produced by opening of your both atrial ventricular walls. So opening, not closing of the atrioventricular walls. When semilunar wall close, no. In beginning of atrial systole, no. In beginning of ventricular systole due to close of this, so the correct answer will be C. Out of curiosity, Aditya got his regular medical test done. Along his ECG, the depolarization and repolarization process is represented during the cardiac cycle. Aditya has no cardiac issue, thus his ECG was normal. Which of the following waves must not be present in his graph? So his heart rate must be like this: P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, so this heart wave, so during depolarization, the depolarization representing in the Aditya has no cardiac issue, so his heart rate must be, or his electrocardiogram graph should be looking like this. So this which wave must not be present in this graph? Depolarization of atria. This represent depolarization of atria. This represent QRS complex represent depolarization of ventricles. T represent repolarization of ventricles. Okay, so the answer must be C. 34 must be C, because repolarization of atria is never mentioned in your electrocardiogram. Okay, SA node. SA node is present in the rightmost corner of the right atrium. So C, atrioventricular node. AV node is present in the leftmost corner of the right atrium. So A, bicuspid wall between the between your left and right left atrium and left ventricle. B, and tricuspid wall right atrium, right ventricle. So D, CABD. CABD. Correct answer is second. The volume of blood pumped by each ventricle during cardiac cycle is around 70 ml. One stroke. Okay, one stroke volume. So SA node is located in the right upper corner of right atrium. Yes. Purkinje fiber found in atria. No. Tricuspid and bicuspid wall open during the joint diastole. Yes. Atrioventricular node is AV node is located in the left atrium. No. Love sound is produced during the heartbeat caused by the ventricular systole. Yes, you can say that. Initiation of ventricular systole to prevent the backflow of blood. So they have asked the correct option. 1, 3. 1, 3. So the correct answer will be 37 is second and 4 are incorrect because we have mentioned they have asked about correct. So we have already have correct 1, 3 and 5. But according to this option, the incorrect statement is they have given the option for incorrect. So that is why answer will be A, 38. The second heart sound is due to the closure of semilunar valves. Ram has 72 heartbeat per minute. Stroke volume is 50 ml. So we will calculate that by multiplying both 72 into the 50. So the correct answer will be this 3600. 72 into 50. 7 5s are 35 and then this will 5 2s are and your then it will be the 3600. You can calculate by the calculator or it directly by your simple math is it. Next is your which phase or event of the cardiac cycle is standard electrocardiogram. Correctly explain time interval when S and T represent atrial systole. No. QRS atrial contraction. No. P wave indicate the beginning of ventricular contraction. QRS indicate the ventricular. Yes, this one is correct. Which of the following is incorrect pathway for the conduction of impulse of heart? SA node, AV node and bundle of His and Purkinje fiber. So correct answer will be C. End of T wave marks the end of systole. Yes. End of systole. End of ventricular systole. SAN is known as pacemaker. Yes. So for the 42 correct answer will be this D. By the counting number of QRS, one can determine heart rate. Yes, the ECG is obtained from the different individual have roughly same shape for a given lead configuration. Yes, roughly same. Yes, both are correct, but not the correct explanation. So the 43 will be this. Endothelium is the lining of blood vessel that with simple columnar epithelium, squamous epithelium. So capillary are the smallest blood vessel in the human body. Yes, so the one is incorrect. Second is correct. Coronary artery disease is called as angina. Yes. CAD is caused due to calcium and fat cholesterol. Yes. Correct explanation भी है ये. So the correct answer will be for the 45. Angina, not called as angina pectoris, is a different thing. Sympathetic nerve system can increase the strength of ventricular contraction, cardiac output. Yes. Adrenal medullary decrease. No, they do not decrease. So statement 2 is incorrect and 1 is correct. So second is the correct answer. Tunica intima is squamous epithelium. Tunica media fibrous connective tissue and tunica externa is smooth CBA. Answer will be this A. Okay. Next is thank you for your patience. We'll discuss next question of next chapter.